So 6-62 says checking your solution. When you solve an equation that has one solution, you get a value for the variable. Just like above, we got that x was equal to -1. But how do you know that you've done the steps correctly and that your answer works? So for alpha, it says to look at your answer from problem 661, which is x is equal to -1. How can you verify that your solution is correct and convince someone else? So we're going to write that right here. So to be able to convince someone else like that, what we're going to need to do is what we end up doing is we look at the original equation. So this guy right up here, and we're going to put in what we think x is equal to what our solution was. We're going to substitute that in for x and simplify it, solve it, and this side should equal that side. That is how we solve or check our solution when we're solving an equation. First, we substitute value in for x in the original. Am I still on the page? Good. The original equation. Then simplify. Both sides should be equal. Okay, so going back to Bravo, it says when Kelly and Madison compared their solutions for the equation 2x minus 7 equals the opposite of 2x plus 1, Kelly got a solution that x equals 2, and Madison got a solution that x equals -1. To decide if the solutions were correct, the girls decided to check their answers to see if they made their expressions equal. Notice right here that we have our stoplight, which means at least one of the students made a mistake in this problem, and it's our job to find the error and fix it. Given that they have two different solutions for the same problem, that means one of the two of them is going to be incorrect. So if not both. So we're going to be finishing Kelly's work and Madison's work. I copied this onto your notebook with you or for you. So that is right here. So we're going to continue. So again, Kelly went right here. She substituted in the 2, which is what it said she thought the solution was x equals 2. She substituted that in for x here and here. Madison, in turn, thinks it's -1, so she substituted first the -1 for both x's. We're going to start with Kelly. I'm going to circle my terms on both sides of the equal sign, possibly could be equal sign. So I have two groups of 2, looks weirder than -7 or subtracting a 7. So two groups of 2 is 4. We still have -7. We have the opposite of two groups of 2, which should be -4 plus 1. We're keeping that. If I start at 4, I'm going left on my number line 7 spots. I'm going to end up at -3. I have -4 plus 1. So if I start at -4 and I go to the right one spot, I'm at -3. Over here on Madison's spot, I'm going to circle my terms again. Only difference here is what x is equal, what we substituted in there. So I have two groups of -1, which is -2, still -7. We have two groups of -1, which is still -2, but we have this opposite symbol. The opposite of -2 is +2. I start at -2. I'm going to the left 7 units. That is -9. 2 plus 1 is 3. Is negative 9 equal to 3? It is not. So this is not a solution. So, which I think actually helps you with the next part, but that's okay. We're going to continue on Charlie in another video because I want to make sure that we don't go over on the time here.